This is the first video in a series of videos to help you prepare to apply for the PCC Foundation Scholarship application. Oftentimes we are able to host in-person workshops on a campus. However, if you cannot make one of those workshops, please feel free to browse through these videos to obtain some of the same information that is at those in-person workshops. This particular scholarship presentation is going to go over the requirements and basics of the PCC Foundation Scholarship application. You can always contact the Scholarship PCC Foundation email at scholarships@pcc.edu. The scholarship application is found online, and you can find that application at pcc.edu/scholarships. And if you're looking for even more basic help, we've created an online scholarship tutorial to give you some basics on how to apply for scholarships. You can do that by going to pcc.edu/scholarship-guide. Oftentimes, students will ask me what scholarships are. Scholarships are a free form of aid that come from private donations within the community. This form of money helps you pay for school expenses like tuition, books, and fees. This is different than financial aid. Oftentimes, financial aid and grants and scholarships are terms that are used interchangeably. However, financial aid is something that comes from the state and federal governments. Through applying for the FAFSA application or the ORSA application, students can apply for grants like the Pell Grant or Oregon Opportunity Grant, and these are free to students to help pay for tuition. Now, these are for students who show high financial need. There are also student loans that students can take to help them pay for their costs. However, these are not free, and students are obligated to pay them back when they are done with college. And then another final form of financial aid is work study. This is a type of financial aid that comes from the federal government that allows students to work at a job on campus. The PCC Foundation actually hosts many different types of scholarships, but you can apply for them through one application. Last year, we awarded around 1,200 recipients for the 2017-18 scholarship year in the total of $1.5 million. Our average award ranges anywhere from $500 to $5,000 for the school year. But our average award is around $1,500 per year for the student to apply towards their tuition, books, and fees. For a full-time in-state student, this is approximately half of your tuition costs. Now, the PCC Foundation application is to apply for a PCC scholarship, hence we can only pay for PCC costs. So if you think you might be transferring to a different college or university in the upcoming school year, you may want to apply for their scholarship applications instead. For the PCC scholarships, pay for PCC tuition, fees, books, and other expenses like supplies, computers, tools, and uniforms. The PCC Foundation application always opens December 1st of every year. The deadline is also March 1st at 11:59 p.m. every year. This way you can start to plan out your scholarship efforts for upcoming years as well. We do not have a preference if you complete your application early. You just simply need to have it completed by March 1st. Although we do encourage students to complete it as early as possible so that that deadline doesn't sneak up on you. And then students are notified of the results by early June through your MyPCC email. This is really important to note because many students will stop reading their emails through the summer. However, there might be an email and they're waiting for you to respond regarding a scholarship that you've been awarded. There's another popular scholarship application called the OSAC. You can find that at OregonStudentAid.gov. This is a common application for students to apply for scholarships if they plan to attend any Oregon university or college. You do not need to be attending PCC to receive this scholarship. Their deadline is also on March 1st, and they do have an early bird deadline of February 15th to be considered for an additional $500. To be eligible for the PCC scholarship, you simply must be attending PCC next school year. This is available to all students who attend PCC, including our international, undocumented, and DACA students. We do ask that you have a 2.0 minimum GPA and that you maintain this GPA throughout the school year that you're receiving your scholarship. We also ask students to be at least half-time status while they're receiving the scholarship, so we do ask that you maintain at least 6 credits or more per term. Scholarships often look at different items rather than the FAFSA, that just looks at your financial need. So we're going to look at things like your GPA, your field of study, your life experiences, and your career goal. Oftentimes, students ask me how scholarships will affect their financial aid, and that's pretty simple. What we want to do is we consider your cost of attendance as a bucket, and we want to fill up that bucket with as much free money as possible. So when you apply for scholarships and receive one, and you register for classes, your scholarship is going to pay your tuition first. So if you apply or register for classes on Monday, we'll pay your tuition on Tuesday. Then any other grants or Oregon Promise or any other types of free financial aid will pay any remaining tuition costs that you have within the school. Sometimes students find that with scholarships and grants, they have more money than the cost of their tuition, and in that case, their state and federal financial aid will come to them in a refund to use for additional expenses. And then to pay for any residual tuition or personal needs, students can take student loans, but as you can see here, we use those as a last resort, and we hope that you don't need them while you're here at PCC. In the next video, we're going to go over the pieces of the scholarship application and how to apply. This includes applying for admissions to PCC, writing 3 personal essays, getting 2 professional references or academic references, and completing your financial documentation. Check out the next video to see more details about the scholarships.